ornaments. We'll go like here, 1, 2, and 3. Here's the carriers. They just kind of go in here. You set them in. So the space is 1.5 inches at each interval. So it's 8.5 inches from 1.5 inches from the 8. Same here, and then center 1.5 inches. Now, on the small ornaments, you don't want to print a full 8.5. An 1.5 inches wide. Your printing area for the Christmas is 1 inch. For the crispness of the outside of the ornaments is 1.25 inches. So I'll show you here on when I have my template set up in Photoshop. I had this 1.5 inches at each interval set up on my general template, but I use 1.25 inches, space right here. So that way, but if you're ever just doing one, ornament, which you can do, you can just do it at the time, or you can just still do 2. But you just got to make sure that your printing area is still the 8 inches wide, for if you're going to print 2, because if not, it will do the center here, and it will not print correctly. So this is the setup on for the 3, 2, and 5/8 ornaments. Again, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. Again, this will be on the template. Okay. Again, I'm going to move. Just kind of make sure everything is kind of sit right there. They should, if they touch, they shouldn't. They should barely touch. I'm going to move my printing head over. So again, I'm going to adjust this up and down here to make sure it's 1/8 inch above. And I'll go ahead and I move it over to the other ones just to make sure it's going to clear. Send it back over. Specifically marked, 3 bulb template for Thompson there. So you'll have that in a Photoshop file. You'll be able to bring in here, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring up 3 objects that I've 3 images I've already printed. I've already designed in that. I'm going to bring it in this template and kind of show you how easy that is. And again, I'll put 3 new bulbs. Okay, I'm going to bring in 3 designs that I've already done up for 3 different Christmas ornaments. I'm going to bring them into my template. Here again, my width is 8 1/4, because that's the full circumference of the bulb, and then my height is 8 inches. And I've already got these lined up between the lines, and that's on its own layer. So after I bring in my photos, I'll have the layer disappear, and so that way it won't print that, and it'll just print the ornament. So here again, here's my template. I'm going to bring in my first ornament. Another thing that you keep in mind, as you'll probably know, when you're designing, keep everything the same DPI. So all my images are always a standard 300 DPI, full size. So here, bringing my first image, I'm just going to bring that over here. Bring that over, and it's going to, depend on how you do it, it's going to pop in. Here's my first ornament. Here's my second. Again, I'm going to use it here and come up on my lines. And then my third. What I do is I generally design everything in Photoshop and do it in layers, and then when I bring it over, I'll flatten the image to bring it over. That way I don't have no more layers than I need to in my template, and again, I just save overall. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing a lot of times at night and I don't want to sit down in front of the machine, I'll come up and I'll do, like if I have one of my kids or somebody else do the printing alone, I'll come in and I'll design everything, and I'll have all my templates like this laid out. So I may have 15 different templates, but I can print 60. So all my person who's printing it, I'll give them a desk to come sit in front of the computer and just bring up template 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has everything on it. It's just a lot easier for them, depending on what type of help you have. Again, I'm gonna make my layer back disappear. I'm gonna go to File, Print. I'm going to check here. It's always on Best, Photo Paper, Legal, and then again Portrait, because it's going to rotate it this way. I'm going to hit OK. Hit OK again, and I'm going to go ahead and move the camera to the bulbs. That way I'm going to let you just see here exactly how it's going to print. Again, I'm going to have to put in the different bulbs. So that's the first one. Next one here. Again, this is going to print and show you in real time. This will take, well, I probably won't do the full 5 minutes and stuff, but I'll show you and let it get started. So again, here, I'm going to see and make sure that's all set. Okay. I'm going to hit OK, and again, I'm lifting up the white disengaged motor. I'm letting it down after you hear that spin. Again, this will take about 5 minutes to print all 3 of these ornaments. What I like about printing 3 at one time, now I could even go back and get set up for my next print job, like I said, whoever I'm having. And then after these 3 get done and I put another 3 in, I can actually even take them to the dipping station and dip them, you know, during this 5 minutes. So again, this gives you a lot of flexibility. You can get a lot of work done in an hour. I usually, you know, can print, you know, usually about 30, you know, because usually I'll take the 10 minutes. I mean, it'll take 5 minutes, so, you know, into an hour is 12. But just round it off to 10, so we can do 10 prints, and so that's 30 bulbs an hour, and that's not bad when, you know, if you can clear around $4 to $5, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing them, you know, through school fundraisers, you'll clear about $4 to $5. If you're just selling them retail, anywhere between 12 and 15, you're going to clear, you know, again, if you sell them for, you know, wholesale, you're going to clear about $4 a piece, so that's $120 an hour. Versus even if you print on retail, you're going to clear about $9 an hour. I mean 9, and so that's, you know, 9 times, you know, 30, so that's 270. So again, as you can see here, I'm going to zoom in. You can see some good quality. So again, this is your bread and butter to the machine. I really feel like you could easily, you know, go to some schools and just pop these things out real quick. I've got retail clients. Again, you'll sell, you know, about, if they're going to turn around and to a client, you know, and like a gift or whatever, you're going to probably get $5 to $6 if you go to a bank, if they're going to give them away, you know, as a gift, because they're not going to pay $12. But you know, if you're going to go for volume. You know, but if you have a family, you know, like I did this one here, I did a family reunion. They ordered 60, and again, that was wholesale. You know, I got, I think I charged them $6 a piece. They turn around and charge them 12. So again, you can very easily get, and depending on your markup, where you're at. You know, we had talked about schools, different deals. I'm going to zoom in here, and you can see this little girl over on this other side. Again, that's very good. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. As you can see, when I stopped it, it